Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We're also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss the fact that yet another executive from a liquor control state gets tagged for cheating the system. My name is Justine Mays. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Goeken and Joe Ferrara.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey,
hi, everybody.
Hey, so I wish this was like the first time we were ever talking about this, but this happens a lot. So it seems like all of these liquor control states have issues. Again, it's always going to have to be people involved. And anytime you have a human element to something where they're controlling what people are getting, and we're talking about highly allocated bourbon and stuff like that, there tends to be problems. And we certainly see these things pop up from time to time. So we'll talk about this latest case, what's going on, and we'll get to that after the break. For right now, no one had small talk, so we're going to have to go to the cards. We have a small talk deck of cards. Open that up. We're just going to pull one out at random and see what we got here. Whatever it is, it is. So, all right. Okay. What are 3 foods that are always in your kitchen? 3 foods that are always in your kitchen. What do you guys think? 3 foods that you always can find there.
Macaroni and cheese.
Okay.
Mashed potatoes.
Okay.
Actually, any type of potato.
Okay.
And broccoli.
Broccoli.
Oh, that's a weird one.
That is a weird one. That's
I
a twist.
don't know what my body lacks that broccoli has, but I can literally eat steamed broccoli every day.
Really?
Like I crave it. That and
Okay.
cucumbers.
Cucumbers.
I don't know what they have either, but I can eat both of those.
Okay.
Nastiness.
Really? You don't like cucumbers?
No.
Goeken famously likes like everything.
That's one of the 2 things.
Really? And tomatoes.
Cucumbers and tomatoes. Those
That's
are
the
the
only
2 things. Yeah, hate them.
Yeah, name anything else. You can lutefish or whatever that stuff is, lutefisk or whatever it is. He eats that.
I would try anything else.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Do you eat tomato sauce, or are you just talking about like raw tomatoes?
Yeah,
Raw tomatoes.
just the like raw tomatoes.
Yeah.
Sliced. Like I can't stand it on a sandwich. I don't want like grape tomatoes or anything in a salad or anything like that.
I only eat tomatoes in July and August when they're really fresh here.
Okay. Fair enough.
Otherwise, okay. In my house, I have always coffee.
Coffee. That's good.
Eggs. And pasta.
Okay. Okay. I like that.
I didn't think about coffee, but we always have coffee.
Yeah, for sure.
Is that a food? That's not a food.
Sure.
Okay.
It's at the grocery store.
If we take out the coffee, then I would put in cans of tomatoes to make sauce to go with the pasta.
Okay. That's good.
We always have onions. We love onions. And in fact, we usually have at least 1 bag, maybe 2, because we will go through. We've got one of those dicers, I guess, that you slice the onion and you
Right.
put it through one of those things. You get nice little square pieces of onion.
Yeah.
And it takes 3 onions to fill the container that we put those in, and we'll go through that in a week just eating diced onions on salads.
Diced onions, okay.
Yeah, soups or whatever.
Like the red onions or the white onions?
We like white,
Yellow,
sweet.
I don't know.
Yeah, yellow, sweet onions. Not the hot ones for that kind of stuff. The
I
sweet
like the
ones.
red onions on my salad.
Okay.
Like the purplish red color.
But it smells like BO.
Well, she's got the broccoli, so it's an offset to that.
I mean,
Yeah. Well, we're seeing some consistency here. So
Yeah. So we have onions all the time. We always have potatoes.
And Funyuns.
No. And popcorn. We always have popcorn.
Popcorn. Okay. Yeah, popcorn's nice. I would say I always have bagels. That's a favorite breakfast item. I get a couple different kinds, but I always have something there for a bagel. Hot sauce, favorite condiment. I love hot sauce. Goes with everything, right? And I think the coffee's a good one. Is that allowed, Justine, or not?
it's not food, but whatever.
It's kind of food. There's calories. It's like 5 calories for a cup of black coffee.
It's a beverage. It's not food, though. Your question was food.
Okay. Well, it's not my question. It's the people at the Talking Point company.
You chose it.
I'll say macaroni and cheese then, like you. That's my favorite vegetable. So
Already made? Like prepared macaroni and cheese? Are we talking little boxes that you...
boxes, yeah. You got
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, no.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not
I
making
get-
it.
I'm sorry, that don't go in this house.
I get the Bob Evans stuff that's already made.
Bob Evans. Okay. So like frozen,
Famous
you just
for
put it in the
macaroni and
microwave.
cheese.
Well, no, it's not frozen. It's in the refrigerator section. But
Okay.
yeah, you put it in the microwave.
Does it have an expiration date?
Well, sure.
Probably, yeah.
Best
Bob
used by.
But it doesn't last long enough for me to get to the expiration date.
Are you the youngest person shopping the Bob Evans section?
Probably.
She's knocking blue hairs out of the way. Give me that macaroni, damn it.
The mashed potatoes and the macaroni.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
my
Stuff you
comfort
can
food.
gum.
Yeah.
My comfort food, like when I am like sick or whatever, I always make mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese. I like corn, and then I make stuffing, like stovetop stuffing.
You don't eat corn when you're sick, by the way. That's a rule.
Yeah.
You don't eat corn. You're gonna see it again within minutes. And it's gonna look oddly the same. I don't know how it puts itself back together.
I don't know how it does that either, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
I chewed it up before I swallowed it. How is it whole?
It reassembles in the digestive tract somehow, and it makes another appearance. Fucking corn's the weirdest goddamn thing. So yeah, okay, all right. Officially the Bourbon Daily says don't eat that when you're sick. Don't listen to Justine on that. We'll have to get the lawyers involved. So yeah, so there you go.
well, I'm not talking. I mean, like comfort food. Yeah, comfort when you're sick, like have a cold or whatever. But like
Okay.
that's just like my comfort. Like when I'm like sad or like you know what I mean. Like you
Sad.
just have those things that give you comfort.
Sure.
Like that's
Carbs.
my comfort meal.
Comfort meal. Yeah. So let's go over it one more time. So it's like a cold gray day. So you're like, I'm not feeling it today. It's going to be steamed broccoli.
No, I
Mashed
don't.
potatoes,
I mean, I could
corn.
put broccoli in there, but it's because I mix my corn with my mashed potato.
Okay.
Oh, of course.
Oh no, you don't.
Absolutely.
Want
Oh, yeah.
You
No.
you put the corn or put the potato and you make a little hole, and then you put the corn in it.
That's
and
for
then
the
you pour
gravy.
gravy over it, so it's like a volcano.
No.
Yes.
That is like the
And
most
stuffing
white
and-
meal
and
I've ever heard. And I'm white too, but it's like, really?
We even took it one step further when I was growing up. Is my mom would cook hamburger, but she wouldn't. It wasn't a hamburger patty or anything. It was just like
Loose meat.
cooked ground meat.
Okay.
And you would take the ground meat, the mashed potatoes, and the corn, and I would just pile that all together into one big pile, and that was
Sloppy Joes, we called that growing up.
oh,
Papa Joe's.
Okay.
I mean,
huh?
it's kind
Sloppy.
of like shepherd's
No,
pie,
sloppy.
too.
No, that's not Sloppy Joe's.
That's what my mother called it.
Well, that's wrong. Sloppy Joe's is a red-based, tomato-based sauce. That goes-
That was the ketchup she added to it.
Yes. What's happening here? These are the weirdest.
We're off the rails.
The weirdest food list. And we only had to go 3 deep into stuff we eat. Imagine if it would have been like name your top 20. Who knows what we'd have... There you go. All right. On that note, it's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? I'll go first. I've got from the good folks at Lasso Motel. I have the cigarette blend, world's first cigarette blended whiskey, meant to consume with cigarettes. I'm not going to light one up. I'm just going to have the whiskey. So here we go. It was pleasant. Well done. No fouls. No fouls. Not very voluminous though. It feels like I could be beat here. We'll see what happens. All right, we'll let Goeken go next.
I have the Leopold Brothers.
Oh, the 8-year.
8-year bourbon finished in the 3-chamber
stuff.
rye.
Very good. Okay.
Nothing.
I beat that. I'm still the leader. Justine's next.
I also have Leopold Brothers,
Okay.
but I have the Bottled and Bond Maryland style rye.
Okay.
That's
Whoa.
Son of a bitch.
that was good.
Taking the lead again. Oh, look at her. She just stole
A smug look on her face, right? Yeah.
Yeah, like look at me. Look what I did.
I beat that. She's telling me.
Right. Okay. So Joe, she wants you to do a sample basically, or screw top.
Yeah. I have a bottle of Copper Sea. It's a local craft distillery. It's probably the best one in the area.
Okay. Nothing.
Oh.
That didn't even make a noise. So Justine wins. She's 3 for 3 tonight. So 3 for 3 to Justine. Cheers.
Congratulations.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. We'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to be talking about this liquor control executive. Got in some trouble. We'll get to that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
Hello, this is Jeff from Iowa, and you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back. Today on the show, we are discussing another liquor control state exclusive gets pinched.
Yes, we are. So an executive gets pinched. Again, he bought a bottle of Pappy Van Winkle, 23-year-old. Again, this is a guy who, is involved in making the rules and enforcing the rules, and those apply, of course, to everyone else. And he decided to buy a bottle of the 23-year-old. I guess he's out of the job now, so there's that, and a $500 fine. Again, I don't think the guy needs to go to jail or anything. This isn't that sort of crime, but you just hate the fact that people that are supposed to be responsible for keeping things on even keel for everyone else, us consumers, and not us because we're not in that state, but the royal us, our fellow bourbon fans, and the people behind the scenes, are cheating. And again, this isn't the first time this has happened, so it's unfortunate, isn't it?
So are they, as an employee of the liquor control board, are they like forbidden from buying allocated or forbidden from buying like any liquor?
They have to follow the same rules everybody else.
No,
does.
they're forbidden from telling somebody to save it for them.
Right.
Which is what they did.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Put one back for me at the local store, and I'll be in at 5 to pick it up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not cool.
Yeah.
And
no,
what could that retailer do? You put the retail. And again, I'm a retailer, so I get this. If some executive from the liquor control board called me and said, "Hey, you're going to get this, and you need to sell me this." If it's a higher executive, what am I supposed to do? Not sell it to him? It shows up at my store. I guess I'll sell it to him. I don't know. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't know what I'm getting in trouble for. If I go against this guy, am I going to get in more trouble? If I just roll with it, am I going to get in trouble? Who knows? You're putting people in a bad spot.
Your license could be revoked
if
you do not follow my rules.
Yeah. So that's certainly bad for sure.
As someone who works in compliance, you should say something. See something, say something.
But I went down a rabbit hole of articles about this after I read the one that you sent me.
Yeah.
And it turns out there's like 5 other executives who are also doing this for the last 8 years.
8 years.
But there's also, to quote them, there are scores of other employees who are also doing the same thing. So it's not even just the executives. There's guys who worked in the warehouse, guys who worked in the stores, guys who drove the trucks. They were all doing this in this state.
And they get away with it because the fine's only $500.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, oh, who cares? I just have to pay $500.
If they get caught.
It should be like $10,000.
Yeah.
They should lose their job, and the fine should be like $10,000.
Yeah, that'll be a deterrent. I don't know what's happening with Jim there.
There's a bug on the floor here that I've got to kill before it reaches me.
Is it a
Oh!
Yeah.
In my son's basement.
Interesting. So
yeah.
So that's his.
Yeah, I've reversed roles and I've moved into my son's basement and I'm just living here, not paying rent.
All right, perfect. Yeah.
That's what I told my son we're going to be doing in another couple of years.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I mean, yeah.
How many liquor control states are there? Is it?
Like 15 maybe
15?
that are liquor control states. I think it's not overwhelming, but there's certainly.
I know North Carolina is.
Sure. Virginia, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know, like, I think the people that live in those states, they don't like it, but I've visited North Carolina and was able to find, at the time I found, in the store was, I got a couple of bottles of Eagle Rare, I got a couple of bottles of Henry McKenna at retail price.
Uh-huh.
So for that, I kind of like it.
Right.
I went to a couple other stores another time I was visiting North Carolina and didn't see crap. So
yeah,
I guess I just happened to be there at the right time, maybe. But
for the one time, yeah, it sounds like more. So Yeah, it's. I mean, there's some upsides to it. The pricing, the fact that and Michigan's somewhere in between. The states make their own rules about this stuff. So Michigan's got minimums and maximums, right? Justine, is that how it works? You can't undercut the price either, but you can only sell so much. You're given like a range, right? So say it's a bottle that sells, it's $100 retail. You can sell it for somewhere between, I don't know, X amount, I think. Is that how it works?
Yeah, I don't know like what the limit is to like go over, but there is a minimum shelf price
Yeah.
that they have. But I know there are still people who
can they ever like clearance things out, like something just isn't selling? Because I know they have minimums in Michigan. Can they be like, hey, we're getting rid of this and we're not carrying this anymore. We're going to sell it out for $10 a bottle just to blow it out of here.
Yeah, they can clearance it out to get rid of it, but then they have to there's like a certain period of time where they can't
bring it back or something.
Can't bring it back. Myers does that a lot. The grocery store, they will clearance stuff out quite a bit, and then
I was always wondering about that because they have those minimums that that works,
they clearance it out. I have to look. I can't remember, like it might be like a year maybe. They can't bring it back.
Yeah, makes sense. So
in New York, it's the Wild West. They just sell it for whatever they want.
Yeah, that's how it is in Missouri too.
It stops them.
Yeah, Illinois is that way too. They're open market.
Yeah.
So yeah,
as long as JB gets a cut.
Then everything's all good.
Yeah.
So so hopefully this stuff will stop. I don't know. I mean, how many of these people need to get caught in these positions until someone says we need to do better? I don't know. And this sounds like it was overwrought based on Joe's further reading that there's a lot of people with their hands dirty here. Yeah. So,
I wonder, is there any correlation to the states that get the allocated stuff and states that are control states? Right, because the distillery, like Buffalo Trace, for instance, they notoriously, Ohio is known for having Weller on the shelf all the time, but they can't get regular Buffalo Trace. But if you go to Indiana or like Illinois, you can get Buffalo Trace any day of the week in a grocery store,
right?
But you'll never see Weller,
right?
It's like different states get different stuff. I wonder if they do different allocations to control states.
I don't know.
In New York, I haven't seen a bottle of Weller under $200.
Oh my God.
The Reserve. And
$200 for Weller Reserve.
And yes, and I have not seen a Buffalo Trace probably in the last 6 months. I don't drink it, but I like to see if it shows up on the shelf.
Right.
It's rare, and when it does, it's probably about $75 now.
Okay.
Wow.
It's crazy.
It's like $26 here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you can find it, it's the other thing. So there you go. Another one gets pinched, and I'm sure we'll in a couple weeks we can talk about yet another one somewhere else. So this stuff just keeps going on, and I don't know. I think that.
Do you think that the Fed can step in at some point in time? I mean, it's alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. You would think that the ATF could come in and say, you know what, the Fed's taken over.
It's state run.
It's state run, and it would be tough because the states make so much money off that stuff. I mean, there would really be pushback. I guess anything's possible, but it would be really tough for the feds to be like, no, we're taking this over. There's a lot of states that would lose a lot of revenue. Ohio, serves as a distributor in liquor stores. I mean, shit. How much do you think they're making off of alcohol? A lot, I would guess. But I mean,
if they still get the liquor, it's not.
Well, they're missing out on 2 layers of money they get. So if I'm like, Yeah, Jim, you're going to get the tax revenue. You get to decide what state you go in, but you're going to get 100% of the tax revenue. On this state, Missouri, you get the revenue that's done per gallon. You get a tax rate for when it comes into the state. Now in Ohio, you're going to get that. Plus, you're going to get what the distributor makes. Their 30%. Plus, you're going to get the 25% that the retailer gets. You get all of that. That's what Ohio gets. You think Ohio's going to be like, yeah, you can go ahead.
That's why they're not giving it up. Yep.
Yeah, there would be. I mean, there would be revolt
Okay.
if they were like taking that away. So it's tough. So it's one of those things. It's like it's broken, but how do you fix it? It's up to the individual states, and it's hard for them because they're leaning on it for big time money. So
Yeah.
In New York right now, they're pushing for liquor to be available in liquor stores. Not liquor stores, I mean grocery stores and supermarkets, because right now it's only in liquor stores.
really, okay.
So the liquor stores are fighting that, but it would really be great to be able to walk into my supermarket and find stuff on the shelf there also.
Right. That's how we are. You can get it anywhere. You can get it at a gas station, liquor store,
Walmart.
grocery store, Walmart,
Gas stations.
Yeah, all of it, all of the above. So, even some coffee places, like, well, we sell some alcohol. Yeah. So very
Pennsylvania is a weird one because they have when I was there in like 2004 on vacation, I needed beer and I went to the liquor store and they're like, yeah, we don't sell beer. I'm like, what do you mean you don't sell beer? And they're like, you got to go to the malt store.
We don't sell beer in the liquor stores here either in New York. They have, you can go to a grocery store, you can go to like beer distributors to buy beer, but you can't buy liquor and beer in the
go
same
buy your
store.
alcohol. It takes you all day. You got to go to different stores. And,
For the longest time in New York, you couldn't sell glassware, or corkscrews in a liquor store. Yeah. Now that's changed. I have a friend who has a liquor store, and up until maybe 5 years ago, he could not carry any kind of glassware in the store.
that's so weird.
Yeah.
What are they trying to prevent there?
I have no idea.
I
I was helping them out one day, and somebody came in, and there's like a campground nearby, and they were picking up a bottle of wine, and they go, "Oh, do you have a corkscrew that I can just borrow to open it up?" So I'm like starting to open up the bottle in the store. My friend is like, "No, you can't open it in the store either."
Wow.
For them. So I pulled the cork up halfway. I said, just take your teeth and pull it out when you get to the campground.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I can get in a lot of trouble for that. I'm like, okay.
Right.
Wow.
Crazy here.
Yeah, for sure. Well, there you go. On that note, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Joe, we're going to start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at bourbon_aficionado.
All right, Goeken.
I'm on Facebook at Jim Goeken and on Instagram at Jimmy Big Hands.
Miss Justine, where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at JA_Maze.
For me, I'm an easy guy to find at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. Company website's abvnetwork.com. Check that one out. Also, come by and see us, the ABV Barrel Shop. We've always got events going on. We've got a bunch of classes and things like that coming up. We have our anniversary party coming up. So a lot of big things are always happening. We're online, abvbarrelshop.com. We have classes and events listed there. We got a hotel you can stay at now, a partnership with them, get a good price. So all that stuff's available. Much, much more over at abvbarrelshop.com. Justine, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd just like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. That helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. Also, if you like what we're doing, please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Vaya con Dios.
Adios.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri, or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.